We have learned that Isaac Icefish goes I, and we call that long I. And we have learned that one of the ways to make Isaac Icefish say his name is by adding the bossy E at the end, like in the word kite. K-I-T-E. And we have learned that the E bosses the I around and makes it say its name. Now, there are also two other ways that we can make the I sound like an Isaac Icefish. So for this lesson, if you have not gotten it out already, you will need your word study notebook and a pencil. If you do not have those two things, I need for you to pause the video and go and get them, please. Okay, at the top of your page, I want you to write I-G-H. That is another way that Isaac Icefish says I. And we can go ahead and put a line there too to show that some letters are going to be before that. Or they could be in the middle. Now I want you to draw a line down the center. And then I want you to put Y over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a list of words where we have Isaac Icefish, the sound, as I-G-H or as Y. So the first word that we're going to write is the word light. For example, I turned on the light when the room was dark. And since my focus is I-G-H in this column, this is how I'm going to write it. I'm going to go L, and then I hear I. But this time I'm going to write it as I-G-H, I-T. And then I hear the T sound at the end. So you can hear when I said the sound I in the word light, I wrote it as I-G-H. Let's do another word, and it's going to be tight, tight. And since my focus is I-G-H, when I hear I'm going to spell it as I-G-H. So, I-T. So I hear the I sound in the middle, and I'm going to write it as I-G-H. I-T. And then I hear a T at the end. I want to underline I-G-H. Please do that if you have not. And I'm sorry I did not pause for you to write the word light. If you didn't write the word light yet, please do that. L-I-G-H-T and underline I-G-H. And if you've not written tight yet, please write T-I-G-H-T. And underline I-G-H. Okay, another word that has I spelled I-G-H is the word sigh. And sigh means to be, maybe sometimes when you're tired of something or something didn't go away and you're like, oh, that is considered a sigh. So I hear S, and then I hear I. And since my focus is I-G-H, I'm going to spell it as I-G-H. S, I. And I don't hear any sounds after the I, so I don't have any consonants over there. And then I'm going to underline I-G-H. So please write the word sigh, S-I-G-H. And then underline I-G-H, please. Okay, let's write one more word where I is spelled I-G-H, and it is the word fight. Fight. So I hear fancy fish, and then I hear I-t. So when I hear the I sound, I'm going to spell it as I-G-H, I-T. And then I hear the T sound at the end. And I'm going to underline I-G-H. Please do that in your notebook. F-I-G-H-T. Write it. And then underline I-G-H. One other thing that I want to point out before we look at some words that have I in Y, making the I sound, is we've been underlining I-G-H, but this is also a word pattern that we're going to be talking about. I-G-H-T is actually ite, ite, ite. And that might help you remember that I-G-H says I. Okay, now let's look at long I sound with Y. Okay, so for example, I'm going to write the word cry. When we're sad, we cry. Well, I hear cr, and then my focus is Y, and I'm going to put a Y there. But listen, cr, I. Y is actually making the I sound. So I'm going to underline the Y, making the I sound, cry. Please write that if you haven't. C-R-Y, cry, and underline Y. Another word that has Y with the I sound is the word fly, fly. I hear a blend at the beginning, full, F-L, and then I hear I. But I'm practicing writing words that have Y making the I sound, so I'm going to put a Y there. Fly, and I'm going to underline the Y making the I sound. Please write that if you haven't. F-L-Y, fly, and underline the Y. Now, another word with Y making the I sound is the word why. Why did you do that? And I hear whinny, whale at the beginning, so W-H, and then I. And we're focusing on Y having the I sound, so I'm going to write it like this. Y. Please write that, W-H-Y. And please underline Y. Let's write one more word that has Y making the I sound, and that's going to be the word fry. Like you fry an egg or cook it, or I'm going to eat a fry. So at the beginning I hear fur, I hear a blend, two consonants together. I'm going to write down both sounds, fur, and then I. And my focus is Y saying the I sound, so I'm going to put a Y there, fry, and I'm going to underline the Y. Please write that in your word study notebook, F-R-Y, fry, and underline Y. Okay, let's go ahead and read through our list of words. Light, tight, sigh, fight. For Y, cry, fly, Y, fry. Now when you're reading and writing throughout the day, if you find words that have I-G-H making the I sound, you may get out your word study notebook and write them here. Or if you find words that have Y making the I sound, write them there. And what I want you to remember is that I-G-H and Y can also make long I, Isaac, ice fish, I. Excuse me.